talking about the Titans here. The Titans. Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Chaos Chris, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
I think it might be safe to say we back. Yo, Mac, you want to hit a little dance or something? I'm with it, yeah. You got to celebrate some sort of way.
We got the dub. How about it, Chicago? We're taking your logo today. We're taking the W away from you guys today. We're taking that away. That flag is ours today because we got the W and you guys didn't. You guys got the L.
Woo!
Come on.
As you guys can see, everybody's fired up that the Phillies finally got a win. We got KJ McCoy in the house tonight, Dalton Holland, Fratty, you guys know, and we got special guest CJ Rome.
Come on, boys, let's go. What a win.
Ring the dome.
What a win tonight.
Rome, bud.
How you feeling? Initial feeling, Rome. How you feeling?
I'm fired up, That's a big win. I mean, it was looking like a loss coming down to that last inning. Crow Armstrong with a double down the line past Castellanos, and you're sitting there thinking, well, the Phillies got 12 hits in the game. The Cubs only had maybe 4 or 5 up to that point. I mean, it was, I don't know. The ballpark just seemed dull, and JT came through, and the rest is history. And then obviously we had Brandon Marsh with the walk-off hit.
Rome, were you a little worried at first when Kyle Tucker hit that homer right away?
Initially, no, because I knew the Phillies had 27 outs left. They didn't even come up to bat yet. So, and they're kind of due to score some runs here. The last few games, they haven't been scoring. They were just due. Like, they had to score. They had 12 hits in the ball game. I guess 13, including the Brandon Marsh hit. I could be wrong on that, but, you got to win. In this league, if you want to win games, you got to hit the ball. You got to score 5-6 runs a night. Obviously, they didn't do that tonight, but if you want to win, you got to put up at least 5 or 6.
Right.
Yeah, well said. Well, Rome, we'll let you take it first as our guest. Diving into our first topic. Obviously, he looked automatic tonight, talking about Otto Kemp going 3 for 5. What were your thoughts on it?
That was big. I mean, he had that first line drive over the shortstop's head, and then he comes back with a little dribbler past the pitcher. He was safe, and then he kind of, chipped in on the rally in the 11th inning there to get Marsh's big walk-off hit. I mean, in an instance where you're struggling to score runs, you got to play some small ball in certain areas, and that's what the Phillies did with the stop bunt and then the Kemp bunt, which resulted in a base hit. And, bases loaded, and the rest was history for Marsh. But
I don't know I think we just lost him. He just
left.
Yeah,
his Wi-Fi. Yeah, I guess his Wi-Fi just kind of went out.
It's all good. He had a great take. I was going to say he was going in. Well, I'll let you take it next, KJ. I mean, what were your thoughts?
And hopefully Rome will join back in just a little bit, but I'll try and finish up what he was saying. But yeah, I mean, Otto, he was automatic, and he was looking fresh out there for sure. And yeah, obviously coming from his situation, coming from the minors, just coming like into this situation. Obviously you have guys like Bryce Harper out, and that's a huge void to fill. And he's done a great job so far, especially this game against a really great Cubs team. We talked about it yesterday of how great of a team this Cubs team is. And they're a challenge for sure. They're no tomato can like the other teams that we've been playing, where we got a bunch of wins, where we were feeling like we were on top of the world about a week ago. But now that you got the Chicago Cubs, and this is a totally different team. They definitely are. So I think to get those kind of those runs, it's great. And he's back. The room is back.
I lost connection. I'm so sorry,
You're good.
boys.
Dude, you're all good. No
No
worries.
worries.
What did
for
I
it.
finish off on? I'm sorry. Do
You
you remember
were-
what I was saying?
You were talking about Otto Kemp, and you were saying how he brought a spark to this team, I believe.
Yes. So the spark that was provided, he went 3 for 5. Obviously, he jump started them the whole game. And like I said, when an offense is kind of sputtering, as the Phillies have been the last few games, for him to come in his first ever home game and to go 3 for 5 and to kind of provide something to win the ball game is I mean, absolutely huge. So him jump starting tonight was absolutely massive for the squad moving forward.
Yeah,
One
and I
might
think he's
say, like you
undrafted,
said,
too.
Rome, he kick-started the heart. What were you saying, Mac? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think I saw a stat too that he's undrafted as well, which is pretty crazy. So he's an undrafted
Yes.
free agent apparently from like 2022, which is awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. I
Definitely
believe he
is.
was a second round, or excuse me, he was a Division II.
Yeah, he was Division 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Frank, what were your thoughts on
Yeah.
Automatic?
Oh my gosh, he was great tonight. He was setting the tone as a young player, as a young 25-year-old, same age player. He's the same age as me. He is. Oh my god. What? Can we not send him down, please? Can we not send him down? He really proved it tonight. That he is not a minor league player, that he can be a major league talent for the Philadelphia Phillies. And I'll tell you one thing. I hope we, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that even if we if we do send them down for a short time, that Weston Wilson somehow we make a move at the deadline, and we could send Weston Wilson down and bring him back up, because that would be great. But getting to Kemp, I'll just say this: he's automatic, and he's just got to keep doing his thing. And it was just great to see. So that's all I had to say about Otto Kemp.
Well said. And that's actually a great transition to a question we had for Rome, which, Rome, if Bryce Harper comes back on this team, this is something we were talking about pre-show, how do you think Otto Kemp could fit in this lineup?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Dalt. I believe they were testing Kemp out in left field maybe a month or two ago in AAA. I don't know how many number of starts he has at that position, but what I think the Phillies are going to do, obviously, when Harper comes back, Bohm is going to play third base. That's no question. Harper's obviously going to play first, and then you're going to go with the hot hand in left field for the right-handed bat, and it's either going to be Otto Kemp or Weston Wilson in that spot. And whoever, like I said, whoever has the hot hand will be there at the end of the day. And just because he's a righty, you obviously need a right-handed bat. You're not going to send one of the left-handers down. That's just kind of the way it's going to go and the way I see it unfolding.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. KJ, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think with Otto Kemp, I mean, this definitely is a great debut for him. I think it's tough right now for Rob Thompson to really have a minor league player bump up and be like, okay, we're keeping you here. You're not going back to the minors. You're not going back to Clearwater. You're not going back to Reading. You're not going back to Lehigh Valley. Like, it's hard for him to say that. I think the only player that we've really seen him be like, okay, this guy is going to be a player for the rest of the season. Right now, it seems like that player would probably be Mick Abel, if I had to say. But I think it's really tough for Thompson. Really wants to trust in the guys that are being paid, the guys that have earned their right to be on the team already. So that's what I think is going on with what is going on? Okay, sorry. There was a lot of notifications on my phone. I got to turn that off. It's actually dull. But yes, and I think with obviously with Harper coming back, they're going to have to obviously try and look back to this, and they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta look back and we gotta realize, okay, what do we have to do? Where do we put Otto Kemp? Do we just put him on the bench, or do we bring him back? Do we put him back in the minors? But I think right now, with a game like he had tonight, I think it does kind of signify that he can play with the big boys, and he could come out against a pretty good Cubs team and actually contribute, which he did.
Yeah. They are really trying to dig their way out of this tough spot, this dark place. And Otto Kemp definitely helped out tonight. Shout out to him, 3 for 5. I know that first hit and that first run felt great. So, and he's got a great attitude. I'll also say really quick about Otto as well. Defensively, we were sitting on the third baseline, Alyssa's dad and I, at the game, and his reflexes are insane. Like, the ball would just snap at him. It would be like, and he would just, okay. Like, there was probably 5 or 6 times, I would say, throughout the game that it just felt like the ball was magnetic. And this dude knew exactly where it was going to go. So shout out to him. Shout out to his athleticism. If he can get the bat rate right, obviously I know his MLB debut wasn't necessarily the best, where he went 0 for 3. But 3 for 5 is a great way to dig yourself out of it, man. And I'll tell you what, the first time he gets his first homer at the bank, that place is going to go nuts. Really quick, before we get into this debate, I just want to thank our sponsor for the show, Nick's Pizza. If you guys haven't, go check out Nick's Pizza in North Wilmington, Delaware. They are the best local pizza. If you like Detroit style, it's really good. And their owner, Nick, is an awesome guy. He's busting ass, doing a great job over there. So go check him out. Pizza, cheesesteaks, pasta, they got it all. Something I want to debate, and I know I'm going to be the bad guy in this, is do you guys think, and obviously recency bias, you got to put aside a little bit, that it might be time for the Phillies to potentially move on from JT? I know that conversation has changed a lot throughout the game. I'll go ahead and go first and play devil's advocate. I do think that the Phillies need to look to move on. I don't know what their plan is with him. I don't know if they're like, hey, we got a year left with JT. We got 2, we got 3. What the outlook inside the organization is. But I think it's got to be at least 1 year. Because the only reason that I would see keeping him around is just like for a veteran approach. JT Realmuto is an exceptional Phillies player. He left a great legacy with the team, but I just don't think he's the same player that he was anymore. And I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. I don't like to say that, especially with recency bias tonight and him having a solid game. But I think that the Phillies should potentially look to move on from a player like JT at the trade deadline, because they're paying all these guys so much money. Somebody's got to really step up. And unfortunately, JT hasn't been that guy in a little bit.
Well, I mean, with JT, I mean, he had a really clutch RBI in this game. I feel like there have been a lot of games this season. There have been some injuries that have been a factor for JT in his career at the Phillies and this year as well. But I think there's still time to really evaluate if JT belongs on this team. And it does seem like it's been disappointing with him in general, hitting wise, but I do think that he might get in the swing of things in just a little bit. I think to just be a little bit more patient with him. I know it's hard to do, but I think with JT, I think you got to be a little bit more patient. But I do see the point that Dalt is making, though, where we want to win, and we want someone who is going to be a clutch catcher for us. And the problem is with JT, he's just really not really around because he's either injured or he's kind of swinging at nothing and he's just not contributing. But tonight he actually contributed in this win, so I think we got to tip our caps to him for that for sure. So that does give him a little bit of leeway, I do feel like. What do you think, Rome?
Yeah. So I'm kind of 50-50. I kind of side with KJ and I also kind of side with Dalt. JT's got 1 year left on his contract. And I guess recently what I've noticed from him is that he's not taking the ball to opposite field a lot. As you saw today, he had, 2 or 3 grounders to the left-hand side. The pitches were way outside, and he's trying to pull it. Exception for in the 11th inning when he poked one down the right field line, which he was supposed to do because it was pitched outside. But he's batting like 220 this year. I mean, hey, who knows if you give him another 2-3 months and he gets hot down the stretch into August and September, like who knows? But the way it's going, I mean, he's batting 220. Can he get hot? Yes, but we haven't seen it up to this point. So I don't know what they're going to do with him after next year. I'm not sure. So that's where kind of I stand with him.
Yeah, it's a question mark for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Frat, what do you think?
Here's what I think. And this comes to mind, and you never know how things can go down with trades. I'm not sure. JT is a great catcher. He's been struggling lately. What I think is going to happen is, if he's no longer the catcher, hear me out on this. The way the Baltimore Orioles have been struggling and choke every year, I could see Adley Rutschman being a Philadelphia Philly in the next year or two. Next year or two. I'm calling it right now. Adley Rutschman will be a Philly within the next year or two.
But we don't need more white boys, Fratty. Some guy said that on Crossing Broad, and I got to agree with him. He might be right, that we don't need more white boys. And Adley Rutschman might be the biggest white boy ever.
Yeah. It's going to happen, Dalt. It is going to happen, Dalt. CJ Rome, Adley Rutschman.
We're going to have a lot of Orioles players. Cedric Mullins, Bautista, and Adley Rutschman. I mean, that's a lot of Orioles players. Thank you. Send them right down to I-95. Just send them right down.
It won't be this year. You said he has 1 year left on his contract. I'm going to say I'm not sure how many years he has left. I think he has another year left, right? How many more years does Adley Rutschman have left on his contract? I should have checked that. Looked it up while I was.
JT Real Muto years left. Get ready to speak Philadelphia Philly, buddy. He's coming here. I'm with it now, Fratty. I mean,
yeah.
Dude's got a freaking bat, but I just don't know is he an outfielder? Is he
No, he's a catcher.
Catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Well, you know what? Screw it. That works out then.
I'm not sure how many years. You got to check to see how many years he has left. I should have looked that up, but what's today? But we'll eventually see what happens. That's going to be a developing situation. But first, can we at least try to win a World Series first? Hopefully for him.
Yeah, I think we all want to win the World Series, but we still got some time before it's the postseason now.
Well, Fratty, I'll let you take this one first. 1,000 career strikeouts for the man, the myth, the legend, Zack Wheeler. How are you feeling about it?
Oh man, I'm feeling great about this. I mean, this man is in some elite company, and 1,000 career strikeouts, third most wins at CBP. I mean, Zack Wheeler, and I'm going to say this right now: Zack Wheeler is the pinnacle of the Philadelphia Phillies. If this dude is a lot to be in the Phillies Wall of Fame, and he is just a top-notch pitcher for the Phillies. He is a Philly for life. He is never going to play on another team ever again, and I don't care how bad or good he does. He really was dealing outside of that Tucker home run. He really was dealing tonight, and my New York Mets fans out there, all you New York Mets fans out there who still hope to have Wheeler a part of your grimace type rotation. Oh yeah, that's right, grimace. All you Mets fans out there, just think about it this way: if you still had Zack Wheeler in your rotation, along with the guys you have, and saying if you guys worked it out with money, maybe you guys would have beaten the Dodgers in the NLCS. But you guys,
I love it. Let him have it, Pratt.
But like I said, you guys, Zack Wheeler, he's ours now, and what's the name? We'll see what happens with him going down the road here. So
yeah,
That's stinking Grimace, right, Friday? That's stinking Grimace. I mean, he's just a big purple glob over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that to Segalo. He won't like that. But how are
Hey,
you
don't
feeling
say that
it,
about my
KJ?
Lord and Savior Grimace.
How are you feeling about 1,000 career strikeouts for the man?
He's the man, dude. He's definitely been this ace for this squad for years. He definitely has been. And I know a lot of people love to rave about Aaron Nola, but I'm one of those people that love to rave about Zack Wheeler because he's actually proven it. He has the record to prove it. He definitely shows every year his consistency, which Nola really doesn't show. So I think with Zack Wheeler, it's just awesome to see him get his 1,000th career strikeout. And I think he really does, as Frat was saying, he really does enjoy his time here in Philly, and he's really enjoying it for sure. So I think especially he's had some games recently where he was kind of feeling like, oh, he's not contributing enough. He was giving up some home runs. I mean, he's giving up some hits, and that kind of decreases your confidence a lot. And it kind of seemed like it kind of ruined a little bit of his confidence. But obviously, I mean, with his wife having another kid, I think he was really hyped up about being a father to another kid. So I think that maybe gave him a little bit of some more confidence and just let him kind of just like let loose and just be like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and just like play my game. And he balled out. He definitely did tonight. So salute to him, man.
Yeah, baby mama was in the house, aka wifey, I guess I should rather say, not baby
his
mama.
Wife. His wife.
Baby mama, wifey, dual title, but in the house, good vibes. How are you feeling about it, Rome?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling great. I mean, that's an insane accomplishment, 1,000 Ks. And just like Fratty and KJ said, Zack Wheeler is a machine. And right now, if you look at the pitchers around this league, the only two that might top him statistically right now would be Tarek Skubal from the Tigers and Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates. But I will tell you this. In the playoffs, there is no other pitcher I would rather have than take the ball than Zack Wheeler, only because of his past playoff performances. He's been a machine. Zack Wheeler is the person I would want on the mound in Game 7 of the World Series with the ball in his hand. And I will stand by that fact for the whole entire season and even next year. So give me Zack Wheeler. That's where I stand.
I love it, man. I mean, watching him tonight live just kind of made me realize, like, this guy is a generational Philadelphia Philly. Like you guys have all said, he's in great company and he's earned his keep. And I kind of knew before the game, I don't know if it's a Monday night thing or something that the Phillies do, but Middleton was actually not too far from our seats, and he was all dressed up, and it was ALS night tonight at the Phillies game. So shout out to everybody that deals with that and their families that deal with that, because that's not an easy thing. So much love and respect to them, because it was touching. But also, John Middleton, of course, with the event, was all decked out. You know, he had on his suit. His wife had on a red dress. They looked great as a couple. And Zack Wheeler was there, and his wife was there, and they announced him before, and his, family was there. And I'm like, looking at him and his energy, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, he's locked in. Like, when his family, there's a different level when you're kind of just like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm in a new era of my life right now. I just had a baby. I don't know what any of that's like. And I'm sure, well, really none of us do on this show. Shout out to Frank, the only one from 302 Birds that's a parent. But I'm sure when you cross through that, it's very exciting in a way. Like, I know, like, when I got to college, I remember that feeling of like, all right, I'm in a new era. I'm about to break through. I'm about to have fun. And this is about to be awesome. And I think that Zack Wheeler is kind of like in this new era of his career too. Right? Here's an analogy for you guys. An eagle can live to be up to 40 years. All right, Mac? It can live up to be 40 years. Yeah. And after 40 years, that eagle has a choice, Mac. It can either die or it can fly up to the fucking mountaintop
Or go to Philadelphia
beak
and win a Super
and
Bowl.
take a new beak and reinvent itself and then come back down and live a whole new another 40 years. Zack Wheeler, I think, has broken his beak, and he is in that new era of his career. The also other thing I want to say is just really quick, if we can, while this thing's lit, might as well. Name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. If you guys want to join, feel free. But God bless the Philadelphia Phillies. God, thank you for being with this team. Please continue to stick with this team. Please continue to bless Rob Thompson with good decisions throughout his day. Please continue to watch over our love, our pride, our joy, Bryce Harper. And last but not least, please continue to bless Otto Kemp with insane abilities in this dark time for the Philadelphia Phillies. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry, I just had to do that when the thing was lit. But the Wheeler worked. So last thing I'll say about Wheeler is just thanks for being here, man, because it's been a great ride. Moving along now, I'll take this one first. Marsh, I know Brandon Marsh updates was having an aneurysm tonight. My boy had hyped up, and I get why. Dude, that was a big moment for Brandon Marsh. I would have been super excited. I would have been having a heart attack if I was a Brandon Marsh fan, because Brandon Marsh, everybody, including me, has talked shit on Brandon Marsh, saying this guy isn't enough. They should potentially trade this guy. And he had a big moment, big dog play. Who? Big dog's going to eat. BMU, BM, Bmarsh. He ate. So you got to give credit where it's due. And I'll tell you this. He was fired up after that first career walk-off, and it was nice to see him get a little bit of a bath.
Yep.
What do you think about it, Rome? Take it first.
I completely agree. I mean, that's just huge for his confidence, because as he's been going, I mean, as you said, Dalt, and I'm sure Marsh kind of hears the chatter in the background of his performance, and, everyone's kind of on edge with him. And I mean, to be honest with you, when you're on a team and you're in a rut and you're not, performing and producing, you kind of got to look over your shoulder and be like, okay, like, am I safe? Like, so same goes for, Max Kepler, Brandon Marsh, guys at the deadline, even like a Weston Wilson. So, yeah, I mean, for him to come through in that situation, I mean, look, all he had to do was really put the ball in the air and we would have scored. But yeah, I mean, that was huge. So that's all I have on him for right now, and that hit.
Yeah. KJ?
Yeah, I think it was a great hit, obviously. Great spark for the team, for sure. And it was, I mean, even though it is just one walk-off and it is his first career walk-off, I still have my eye on Brandon Marsh. I still do. Don't think that he gets the free pass for life now. Well, I'm still watching you. Just like how that lady said from Monsters, Inc. I'm always watching you, Mike Wazowski. Always watching you. So that lady, that lady fish or whatever it was, the lady monster, was always mad at Mike Wazowski for not doing his paperwork. That one. So, yep, exactly. So I'm always watching you, Brandon Marsh. So watch your back. But you know what? All right. You know what? You get a little golf clap for me. All right. But still, I'm watching you like a hawk.
You're on Brandon Marsh the same way that I'm on JT. So it looks like this whole Phillies team can't sleep at night. Fratty, what do you think about it?
Oh, man, it was great tonight. Brandon Marsh, I mean, he's actually been hitting the ball the last couple of games. I mean, you can't talk about more of Christmas.
Like a Christmas miracle.
In June. Christmas miracle in June.
Christmas Friday.
Christmas miracle of June. I mean, can he keep it going? I mean, I'm going to say this. I think he might be able to keep this going. He might be able to get a hit or two in the next couple games at least. But I don't know how long this is going to keep going. He's going to hit his slump again at some point, like every player does. But I'm going to say one thing. I mean, he's been on fire the last couple games. He's been playing pretty good. I'm actually. It's a pleasant surprise to see believe it or not. And I hope he can keep it going, whether he's playing or not tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever he's playing again. So,
Freddie, I will ask you one more thing, though. Do you think Brandon Marsh, since he has the beard, he has the hair, could he be Kris Kringle reincarnated? Could he be a young Santa Claus?
Slow your roll, Mac. That's what me and Friday.
Listen back. Maybe I can get Meta AI to try to inform Brandon Marsh into a Santa Claus if the Phillies win the World Series in early November.
I love it.
I love that idea. There you go. Meta AI will turn Brandon Marsh into the Claus himself if the Phillies pull off a Christmas miracle. Well, before we get into Fratty's Corner, really quick, I just wanted to show these off, and I'm going to get your guys' thoughts on them here in a second. Here, I'll give you guys a good look. So as soon as I got the email from New Era, they know how to appeal to me marketing-wise. As you guys can see, I'm still breaking it in, so bear with me. But point is, this hat is absolutely stunning, gorgeous. All the fine details that they did with it. Honestly, one of my favorite fitted hats that I've had in a long time. So shout out to the Phillies for dropping this Independence Day, 4th of July, whatever you want to call it, hat. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on this bad boy?
Get a room, Dalt.
Yeah, well, I might have to with this hat. I mean, let's let the rope hat expert Rome.
The Rome rope hat right here. Here's the Rome rope. But no, Dalt, I love it. I do like it. It's the 4th of July edition. I like how the Phillies got, I mean, obviously we have the red colors, but the red brim is super cool. It matches your jersey you have on too, which is pretty cool.
It does.
So,
thank you.
But I love it. I almost feel like it's like a beach hat. You know, you could kind of like rock it to the beach. You could kind of go here and there. It's, it's the perfect summer hat. So I might be getting one. So we'll see.
You got to cop one now, bro. You definitely, and it's like 2025, so you'll look back on it as a quarter century year. I mean, KJ, what are your thoughts on it?
I like it a lot. It's a really dope hat, and I feel like recently New Era's kind of been slacking on a lot of the certain hats they've been doing for the certain games, and I feel like this is a home run. This is definitely a grand slam of a hat. Especially with, I feel like a lot of hats now are starting to, the style seems to be this rope kind of thing, the Rome rope. And I think Rome is the inspiration behind all of this. Everyone, like when you have a rope on your hat, just think about Rome. Every time you see that, it's all CJ Rome. It's all his idea. And thank God for CJ Rome ever being born. So that's all I got to say about that. And amazing. So thank you, Roll.
Thank you. You're welcome, boys.
What do you think, Frat?
Oh, that's nice. It's a very nice 4th of July edition. I'll tell you, there's going to be a lot of when the Phillies come here 4th of July. It's going to be a lot of red, white, and blue because the Reds. That hat is much nicer than the Cincinnati Red Stockings. I'm just going to call them the Red Stockings because I can't even call them Reds. That fraud franchise. They haven't been relevant since Johnny Bench, who were playing 4th of July.
Oh my God!
Honestly, now you daughter, you getting that 4th of July hat not only wants to make me get it, but I may deck it if I decide to go to one of the 4th of July weekend games against Cincinnati. I don't know.
I think we should all get the hat.
We should take Jeff to a game with Fratty and let Fratty shit talk the Reds with Jeff, Alyssa's dad.
That is true because our buddy Jeff, Alyssa's dad, is a huge Cincinnati Reds fan. So, Frat, would you tell Jeff how bad the Reds are, just like how you just did?
Yeah, I mean, if it does work out, Jeff, if you're watching the show or if you watch it later, if it does work out and you have the plans, maybe the 5th or 6th, possibly July 5th or 6th, not July 4th because I know everybody's doing things, but July 5th or 6th, we have to get it together because the Phillies are going to demolish the Reds just like we did in the 2009 season, 22-1. So.
Oh! The old days. All right, Frat. Way to rub some salt in the wound. Well, hey, let's go ahead and get into our last segment. I love it, Fratty. That was awesome.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Fratty, what would
Give
you
the
say to the
business.
team in the locker room after tonight?
What's that again?
If you were in the locker room with the team after the win tonight, what would you say to this team?
I would say to them, do not play Dancing on My Own in the locker room.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm getting tired. Every time I hear it on the bowling alley, I don't know why they were still playing it in the bowling alley this year, but I'm tired. I'm absolutely tired of hearing that song. That song is turning into like the Ben Simmons version of the Phillies. It's old news. That's so 2022. Garrett Stubbs, I think last year he put the Budweiser thing on top of his head. I mean, it's really getting old. So that's my thoughts on that. And another thing I have to say is my thoughts on tomorrow. I think Mick Abel's pitching. I mean, you can't be more excited about that. He'll have his work cut out for him against the Cubs, just because this is a much better lineup that he's facing compared to what he's faced so far. This is one of the better lineups that Mick Abel's going to face. Better than the Blue Jays, and better, even though the Blue Jays have hitters, better than the Pirates. This is going to be one of Mick Abel's biggest tests as a Philadelphia Phillies player. So we'll see if he's ready, willing, or able tomorrow. So
That was good. That was good.
Pretty much we'll be back same time tomorrow. Maybe a little earlier if the game doesn't last that long, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if the weather is going to be a factor. I think tomorrow, I did see that there was supposed to be some rain on the forecast as I go into my weatherman mode. But yeah, it looks like we're not going to – I think it'll be good, though, for game time. I think we'll be fine. I don't think there'll be tarps involved, which will be good. So I think we will have a dry game, which we need. So that will be awesome for baseball.
Hopefully they get it together, man. I'm wanting to Schwarbomb. It's June.
When
does Wawa start giving out the free hoagies?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
isn't
and
it
the
now?
Schwarbomb drinks, though, right, too?
Yeah, I don't want the iced tea. I want the hoagie.
Yeah. Is it iced tea? I thought it was like some bubble drink.
It's like some fucking dragon fruit iced tea shit. It's some
dragon
hipster
piss,
shit.
right? Dragon.
It's like the
piss.
least Kyle Schwarber thing you've ever heard in your life. You're like, no way this man actually would ask for that on a menu.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you what, real quick, wrapping up. The most Kyle Schwarber thing ever, Jeff and I were laughing about at the ballpark tonight, is the cutlet, right? Like that cutlet that he did with the long hots and then the bacon or whatever on it, that's a Kyle Schwarber meal. I wouldn't say that boba tea, dragon fruit that Wawa has with energy,
dragon piss,
pressure.
Oh,
yeah, that's not Kyle.
Yeah. No. Yeah, even Friday doesn't like that dragon piss idea.
But if he gets paid, I mean, maybe it is Kyle. But other than that, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Want to give a huge shout out once again to Otto Kemp for a great game. Let us know in the comments if you guys think that it might be over for JT Realmuto or if you think I'm overreacting on that. We'll talk about, of course, a little bit more Zack Wheeler's next performance, how he gets into that second era of his career with my Eagle analogy earlier, if you guys like that. Brandon Marsh, hopefully he continues like KJ said. And then let us know in the comments, what do you guys think of the new Phillies hat? Are you guys a fan? Are you guys not a fan? Looks like as a whole, most people are a fan. That's all we got for you guys tonight. Hope everybody has a good night and stay safe. Go Phils.
The Vikings swing and a drive left field.